Excellent. Good morning, everybody. I'm starting out just with a bit of foam rolling on my calves as you folks are getting off the bike or getting into the video. Always love to start this way. Feels good, good for our tissue. In terms of the weights you'll want today, at least 2 sets of dumbbells, a medium heavier set that you like for squats and deadlifts. When we do single leg exercises, if you'd like to use one of those or grab one heavier, go for it. And then we'll do some arms, so you'll want a lighter set. I'll make a game time decision what I grab. I'm a little bit fatigued today, so don't plan to be pushing my biggest weights, that's for sure. Yeah, so go ahead and do whatever movement right now feels good for you. For me, it's foam rolling. And then in a second, we'll get into some other moves. So go ahead and kneel on your mat in 90-90. So 90 degrees each knee, and we're just gonna lunge forward 5 times each side, nice and slowly. Good hip flexion, good ankle flexion, all good things to warm up. 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always make sure your knees tracking straight over your toes. Back to the original side, and we're going to add some arms in. So same thing, lean forward, arms go up. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of a balance exercise, 2, 5, and switch. You can always have a towel or fold your mat up under your knee if it's uncomfortable. 2, 4, 5. Okay. Now get moving a little bit more. Air squats, just unweighted squats, 10 of them. 5, 8, 9, 10. And now some deadlift prep. We'll do 2 things here. First of all, good morning. So you've seen these before. Just hinge at the hip and back up. Back is flat, core is strong, hips go back. We'll do 10 of these. That was 2. 5. 8, 9, 10. And now similar, lower body, same sort of thing, hips are gonna hinge. Your hands will be over your head. Aaron Carson calls this double arm relax. Hands behind your head. You're gonna go down as far as you do. If you're rounding the back, stop. Don't go any further than you can keep your back in a neutral position. And we just come up a few inches and hold. Weight is on your heels. You should feel this in the hamstrings. Nothing crazy, just a gentle wake up. If you don't feel it, put a little more weight in your heels. Can you lift your toes? Come up a few more inches. a few more. As I move up, it moves like from the top of the hamstrings into the glutes, a little bit more. And all the way, and 10 more air squats. So we're waking up the big muscles in our body. If you've been riding, you've already been doing that. One more. Okay. Light hops, again, getting everything going, nothing too intense. Just hop around a little bit on your mat. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Let's get 2 more exercises in, 3 more exercises in. We'll start with alternating lunges, forward, unweighted. Here, if you tap your knee, great. If not, go down to a place that's comfortable to you to catch yourself with your forward leg. Push back. 8 each side. That was 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 7. Last one. Okay. Back to our hops. This time we'll do single leg. Do about 20 on each side. We're never looking for pain. Just a little bit of getting the body moving. And so when you've done 20, switch. A lot of this will depend on how hard your floor is. I'm on a rubber mat and a yoga mat, so all good for a little bit. Okay? And now last bit of our warm-up. You saw these, I think, last week. We'll add another extra little move in here. T push-ups. So you'll go down, come up, rotate onto your side, push up, rotate to the other side. You can do a traditional push-up. You can also do a scap push-up. That's what you're going to see me doing, which is shoulder blades apart, shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart, shoulder blades together. So go ahead and apart, together, apart, rotate. Back to high plank, apart, together, apart, rotate, apart, apart, together, apart. One more scap, and then one more traditional. Apart, together, apart, apart, together, apart. And this time, regular push-up, rotate. Regular push-up, rotate. Okay? So we're gonna start out with our single leg work this time, which may mean you go a little lighter than maybe you do when it's the second exercise, but we'll challenge the balance a little bit more. So we will do a Bulgarian split squat. Foot up, one leg, I'm not doing any weight. Then we'll do our staggered stance, deadlift, and then we'll do our rows, and then we'll do some bicep curls to kill the time while we recover. I've got 10s for the bicep curls, and I've got a 30 for the single leg and rows. So we'll do 8 of each exercise. So start out with your, I've got my right foot up, left foot down, and let's dip for 8. Ooh. Seven, 8, and switch. If you don't have a bench, you can put your foot up on a block. You can also just stagger your stance. Really looking here for some variety of one leg squats. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Go to your weight. I've got the weight where my right foot would be. My left foot is just back, my right foot is just back for a bit of balance. Bend down to grab, and we pull for 8. 1. 6, 7, 8. Put that right leg back a little further, and we row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, switch sides. Same thing. Tip the hip back. This is a glute and hamstring exercise. Back is flat. We pull for 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now row for 8. Three, 2, 1. Okay, and while we give our legs a break, just get some bicep curls in. One thing I was noticing from the earlier video that was reviewing, I talk a lot when I'm tired, so I might as well do something a little productive, not quite as taxing, but nothing too heavy. Let's do 3, 2, 1. All right, grab a quick drink, and we'll get back to Bulgarian split squats. This is, by the way, how I'm figuring out my distance. I sit on the edge of my bench, extend my legs out, where my extended leg sits is where my foot goes. Okay, let's do 8. And if you want more of a challenge, go ahead and weight these. I find these incredibly intense, so I'm not. 6, 7, 8. Knee tracks over toes. Try to keep your hips in line. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Up to your deadlift, tip the hip, and pull, flat back. Don't need to be fast. Good time under tension. Six, 7, 8. Back leg goes back further, and 8 of these. 1, kind of doing a whole body twist, whatever works for you. 8. Switch. Tip. Back 6 flat and pull. 1. Feeling it back here. Weights almost all on the front leg. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now back leg goes back further, pull for 8. 1. 6, 7, 8. All right. Let your legs relax while we do some more bicep curls. We'll only do 2 sets, so this is our second and last set of these, because we'll go down to the mat for some core after the next round and last round of the single leg work. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Grab some water and get ready for our last round of this. Okay, and we go for 8. Five, 6, and 8. One, 2, 3. Try to keep everything in a straight line. 6, 7, 8. Okay, right into our staggered stance deadlifts. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Bring it up to your rib cage. 8. And go ahead and switch. Tip of the hip. 1, 2. Are you feeling this enough in your hamstrings and glutes? We'll do this exercise or some variation pretty much every time. So think through. Are you ready to start increasing the weight? 1 more. And no stress if your row weight is not the same as your deadlift weight. It's nice to have an assortment of weights. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Great. All right, that was our first round of legs. Now let's get to our first round of core. So we'll be doing a couple variations of plank. First, we're going to be doing plank up downs, and we hold. And then we'll do plank, an up down is I'm up, I go down, I come up. That's one. The second set, we'll do hip dips. So this really gets your obliques. So we'll start out with 8 plank up downs. We'll hold high plank, 8 more, left side plank, 8 more, right side plank. Okay, if you want to do these from your knees, go for it. Kind of a great push-up and plank in one exercise. So ready? We go for 8. Make sure you're alternating arms. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. We'll hold here for 45 seconds. Nice and straight from the head to the heels. You may be shaking. Totally good. We hold for another 15 seconds. And then in 5 seconds, we go again with the up downs. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going for 8. And you regret picking 8. 7, 8. Okay. Flip to your left. And we hold. $15 down, 30 to go, holding here. If that's really crunching your shoulder, try to use your shoulder muscles to push up. If it's too much, put your knee down. If it's not enough, raise your upper leg. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Okay. Last set of up downs. 8. 2, 3, 5. Try to stay as still as possible. That's not easy. 7, 8. Okay. And now side plank. We hold for 45. Come out of that shoulder. Don't collapse into the joint. Keep those hips up. Nice work. Just 15 seconds to go. Let's take a little break. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Whew. Not easy. I can get a towel, so I'm going to grab one. Absolutely. And there's been a progression week over week. Modify, hopefully all of you're paying attention to your body, modify to what works for you. I always suggest trying something. You may not think you can do one on an up down on your toes, but try one and then do the rest on your knees next week. Try 2, do the rest on your knees to try to build that progression. So this one will be similar. We'll do hip dips, and then same thing, side. We'll do the hip dips, and then we'll do forearm plank hold, and then side planks, slight variation. Again, you can also do these from your knees. Really want you to feel it in the obliques. So we'll go in another 5 seconds. And up, so we dip for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're dipping for 12. 10, 11, 12, and now we hold. We'll hold this for 45, which you can all do. If it gets a little mentally tough, you can tap your knee. Saw back and forth. Whatever helps the time pass. We hold for another 10, and then we dip for 12. Three, 2, 1, dip, dip. 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. Now onto your side. And what we'll do is side plank reaches. So arm will be up, you'll reach through. We'll reach through 6 times, back to plank, hip dips, and the other side. And then we'll be back on our feet. Okay, so 6, 1, 2, and again, you can put a knee down here. 3, or stagger your feet. Takes a little bit of weight off. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Back up on forearm, and we dip for 12. Harder is hip goes close to the ground. 8, 10, 11, 12. Flip to the other side. whatever your legs need to do. Knees, knee down, feet staggered, feet stacked, feet lifted. Upper foot lifted. And we rotate for 6. 1, 2. And 6. And rest. Okay. Good work, because I know that was pretty intense. Especially those up downs. If you don't have a ton of upper body strength, which is cyclists, is safe to say. So next, we're back on our feet, and we'll be doing our double leg deadlifts. So tip of the hip, go. Think about the weight you want to use. Then we'll be doing reverse lunges. I may go a little heavier on the deadlifts, put one of those weights down, and just have one here for the reverse lunge, and then we'll switch to side lunges. So everything is 8. All right? So I've got my heaviest dumbbells for my deadlift. And then, yeah, I think I'll hold on to one of those for the side, reverse lunges and side lunges. We'll see if I like that. Can always change. We're at home. We're not may not be at the gym fighting for equipment. All right. So, get yourself ready for deadlifts. Feet pointing forward. Everything's stacked. We tip at the hip. I'm bending my knees to be able to reach the weight. Getting them up. And now, tip back. Back stays flat. 1. 4. Back stays flat, don't go any lower. Then you can keep your back flat. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay? If you're like me and you're not reverse lunging with that, you can put one down. I'm holding it in a goblet position here. And 8 each leg. That was 1 each. Course rest. Back is strong. Six. 7. 8. Okay. And now 8 side lunges. Keep that foot that's extending and that knee going straight. 1. 2. 3. Get that butt back. Nice and low. 5. 6. 7. 8. And switch. 1. 2. 3. 5. 6. 7. 8. Excellent. Okay, we'll recover with some tricep push-ups. Tricep rises. I went down in weight. Again, upper body not as strong as lower body. And so just giving the legs a little break. Ooh, maybe sit down. You may feel one leg is quite different from the other. That's totally natural. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Towel off, get a drink. 2 more times through that. Hopefully the audio's better now. Sometimes sweat will get in the headphones here. Okay, we'll go back to deadlifts. Were you happy with the weight you had? If you have very light weights at home, you can up the reps. You can also buy more weights, but you can up the reps to make sure you're getting the aggregate load to make it worthwhile. Okay, so remember this is going to be a tip of the hip, neutral, flat back, strong. Okay, and we do 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm putting one of those weights down, holding the other one, goblet, and 8 each side. If you want to keep both your weights, go for it. You can put them up on your shoulders, or you can hold them down by your side in a suitcase carry. Halfway. If anything bothers your knees, find another movement, like a double leg squat that doesn't bother it. 8. Okay. Side lunge, we're lunging right, weight is in the left. Get that butt back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And switch. 1. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whew, okay. Put that heavy stuff down, whatever you're doing your triceps with. Go ahead and grab. Go ahead and sit. Give those legs a rest. Let's do 3, 2, 1. All right, one more of those. putting my water in a different place each time. So I have a little game of spinning in circles to find it. Okay, last time for these. Are you happy with your weight? Do you want something different? Okay, go ahead. Grab the weights, and now tip the hip, back flat. 1. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 1. 2. The goblet hold is a nice hold because it forces your core and your back all to stay engaged to keep you from tipping over. So make sure you're not leaning too far forward. 6. 6. 2 more each side. 8. Okay. Side lunges. Last set. Butt back. Make sure you're bending the leg rather than just tipping the chest down. 6. 7. 8. Ooh, I'm feeling that now. 5. 6. 7. 8. Ooh, good. Okay. Put some weights aside. No more triceps. We will do a bit more upper body at the end, but one more set of core now. You may remember the ladders we've done. We're going to do the same thing here. 20, 16, 12, 8. So you'll start with 20 Russian twists. Feel free to grab a weight if you want. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll do 20 crunches. And then we'll do 20 leg lifts. Go about 45 degrees. Okay? And when you get through that, 16, 12, 8. I'll do it for time. So if anyone is, so people can go at their own speed. But we're gonna spend 4 minutes doing this. So let's get ready. If leg lifts are not in your, if you can't do these leg lifts, try toe taps. So that, with this, it's easy to keep your back flat if this is not accessible for you. All right, so we're gonna go in another 18 seconds. It's because I have a clock going here and it'll be nice and easy to know what we're at 45, we're just about to 45 minutes. We'll go to 50 minutes. We'll do 5-6 minutes of arms and then stretch and call it a day. Okay? All right, so 5 minutes, go at your own pace, ladder down, starting with 20, 16, 12, 8. And if you get to 4, good for you, or just keep going. So ready? 20, 2. that was my 20 Russian twists. I do my crunches pretty slowly. Focusing on that form. If you need to take a rest, go for it. Just get right back in. Remember where you are. Okay, that was my 20. 2 minutes in. We'll see how far we get. 16 now. Halfway through the time. Halfway through the time. This is my 16th crunch. Now on to 16 leg lifts. Okay, on to 12, a minute and a half to go. Or I'm on to 12. You're where you are. We have less than a minute and a half to go. Burning, working muscles, it's all good. If anything is in pain, we don't want pain. We want work, not pain. You're in your last minute. Less than 30 seconds to go. Let's go right to the end. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Well done. I'm going to stretch out my back for a moment. Just lifting up on my elbows. Feel the front of your belly stretch. Put your back in a different direction. And then back into child's pose, just to lengthen everything. Pull your hands forward, your hips back. Okay, well done. Last up is just we'll do a set of arms. 3 exercises. Overhead press, upright row, and then on your back for a bench press. So you may want 2 sets of weights. Try it with 1, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna grab, I'm just gonna do 15s for all of this to start. So overhead press, weights are racked on your shoulders, and we press up, tip the sides together for 10, okay? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? I'm just kneeling because I go out of the screen if I'm standing and raise my arms, but you can kneel, you can stand. All right, now we're gonna do upright row. So weights down by your thighs, and we pull up for 10. If it gets too much, just alternate arms. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay, onto your back. You'll have your arms out 90 degrees from your side, weights held up above, and we bench press for 10. The heels tap together. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest for a moment. We'll do that once more, and then we'll get to our mobility and stretching at the end. So, are you happy with your weights? Are there any modifications you want to make to your position? Go ahead and figure that out now. Okay, 10 more. 1, 2, 4, 5. We're going to 10. 9, 10. Okay, and I will vary the row a little bit. We'll do a bent over row. So back is strong and flat, tip the hips, and we pull for 10. Neck is relaxed in a straight line. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Onto the ground. Very last bit of pushing weights around. 10 of these. Want to make it a little harder? Pull your knees up into tabletop. 4, 5, 9, and 10. All right, well done. And now we get to stretch. So start with, just get your arms, whatever feels good. Go back on the ground. Maybe your right arm across your body. And switch. Behind your head, your triceps. All right, on your back, figure 4, left ankle over right knee, pull in, get that nice stretch through the left glute, hamstring, adductor, all of it. I love the stretch. I'm leading you through what feels good for me. If there are different stretches that feel good for you, this is the time. All right, and now take that right hand to your left knee, left hand extends, press apart and twist that spine. Okay, back to center. Pull both knees into your chest. Release your left. Right ankle goes over left knee. Reach through. This is where I can tell how different my hips are. Much tighter on this side. But all the more reason to do it. Okay. Left hand over right knee, stretch. Feel that nice twist all the way up your spine. Okay. Go ahead and flip over into downward facing dog. Weight through all your fingertips. Hips up. Back should not be arched, but if you're like this, if your knees are bent, think about getting your hips up. If your knees are straight, your hips are fine. Pedal out the feet. Pull that left leg through between your hands. You can tent your fingers, feel that nice stretch along the front of the right thigh. All right, bring that leg back. Other side. Okay, bring your left foot up to meet your right. You're folded forward, a little bend in the knees. One vertebra at a time, roll up. And what I want you to feel is, as you roll, the vertebra that is highest to the ceiling, you feel each one. Try to feel it all the way up your spine. Okay, maybe a little back bend. Let's do that again. Start one at a time. Tip down at the neck. Each cervical vertebrae. Each vertebrae of the thoracic spine. One at a time. and then your lumbar. Another good analogy I learned is, think of you have a turtle shell and you're trying to get your spine to touch the top of that turtle shell. And then whatever quad stretch you like. If you've got a wall or a couch, there's one called the couch stretch. If not, you just stand, hold your quad. But put your feet in 90-90, that back leg's up on something, and just stand up straight to get a nice stretch. If this is too intense on your knees, just stand and grab your quad. And switch. If you're into mobility, this is one that the Starets, the Ready State people, love. So they've got some good mobility work. I'm for mobility really enjoying Aaron Carson's Monday videos, so would suggest every Monday or every day, if you have the time, to do one of those. Really get ourselves moving the right way. All right, that's it. Thanks, everyone.